The landscape of Excel has fundamentally shifted. The recent rollout of AI functionality hasn't just tweaked a few features, it has completely transformed the way we use Excel, the way we learn it, and honestly, the way I teach it. To make sense of this massive shift, we can break today's AI tools in Excel down into three major pillars: Claude, ChatGPT, and Copilot. In this tutorial, I'm breaking down actionable, quick examples of Copilot's functionality, organized into three game-changing subcategories: formula suggestion, the Copilot function, Copilot mode and personalization. I am Nabil Murad. If you are ready to stop working harder and start working smarter, let's dive right in. The first AI tool I'm going to share with you is formula suggestion, where Excel looks at the context, looks at the headers, and it understands your data and is able to suggest some functions. In this worksheet, I have a list that shows a date, a name, a region, cost of goods sold, and sales. And I want to calculate the profit. Typically, I would subtract the cost of goods sold from the sales, but let's assume I have no experience with Excel. Then I start by typing an equal sign. I wait for a second, and Excel suggests a formula. This is exactly what I was going to do. I hit enter, and then I copy my formula down. For each one of the sales amount, I want to find out how much percent does it represent compared to the total company sales. So here the header reads percentage of total sales. All what I'm going to do is to type an equal sign and wait for Excel, and it suggests a formula. That's an excellent solution. Dividing one number by the sum of all the numbers in the column. I hit enter, and then I can format it as percentage and then copy the formula down. The situation can be even more complex if I want to calculate the commission. The commission brackets are available in cell B1, and it shows that if the sales are less than 2,000, then I give 2% commission. Less than 4, I give 3%. Less than 7, I give 4%. Otherwise, it's 5%. Would the formula suggestion be able to understand this context? Let me type an equal sign and wait for it. And look at that. It offers an if function with multiple nested if functions. I hit enter, and then I copy down, and the commission is calculated. Is the formula suggestion always correct? Let's check. This is a transactional list where I have a date column. What I want to do is to extract the quarter and add up the sales for each quarter. Quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. I want the total sales for each one of these quarters. Then I type an equal sign and look at the formula suggestion. I hit enter, and I get the result, which is fine. These are the total sales for quarter 1. What will happen if I copy this formula to the right? Then I get the same exact number, which indicates a problem with the calculation. Here the formula suggests that for quarter 1, we need the month of the date to be less than 3. And this suggested formula did not extract the quarter, so it cannot be copied to the right because each cell will have a different treatment. If I was to create this function, I will use a combination of functions that I teach in the intermediate Excel course, and here is my function. This function extracts the quarter from the date, and it compares it to the quarter in the header. This is the include argument of a filter function, and then I sum all the result. When I hit enter, I get the same exact number for quarter 1, but there is a big difference because this one can be copied to the right and it will be returning the correct result. For the second AI tool, the Copilot function, I want to show you multiple examples. In the first example, I have a list of names. Some of the names have a title, Dr., Mr., Mrs., and so on. I have problem with the capitalization. I have a problem with the spacing, with some extra leading or trailing spaces. And I want to fix all that and extract the first name in one column and the last name in another column. So I'm going to use the Copilot function I type an equal sign in cell E3 and I type Copilot. And then here in my function, I write my prompt, extract in proper case without title. I'm including it in double quotes. And then I select E2 and F2, which is first and last. And then I type a comma. And the second prompt, I specify from where to extract. So I type from the list in double quotes, B3, B21. Let's hit enter and check. Copilot function is busy, and the entire list is extracted in proper case, properly formatted, no title, and everything looks fine. Let's take it to the next level. In my next example, I have a list of names. Some of them have title, but I want to build an email, and the pattern for the email is in cell B1, first name dot last name at exceldrops.com. So let's see what the Copilot function will be able to do. I type equal Copilot, and then I write my prompt in double quotations, create emails from names B4 to B27. This is the list of names, following the pattern in double quotation, comma, cell B1. This is the pattern I have. Artificial intelligence and the Copilot function is just amazing, and it was able to build the list of emails. In my next example, I have a list of sales transactions where I have a product and a quantity, and I have a table that shows for each product what's the retail price. I want in column E to extract the retail price for each product, and typically I would use a VLOOKUP function or an XLOOKUP function or an index and match function to do that. But I'm going to use the Copilot function to return the price. So I type equal Copilot, and my prompt reads, get the retail of each product in double quotes, comma, where are the products in the range C3, C57, comma, my second prompt from the list in double quotes, comma, and I select the lookup list from I3 to K22. I hit enter, and it was able to extract the price. But look at this, for the vinegar, I don't have a price, and when I look at the lookup table, there is no vinegar over there. So that's great. It skipped this one, and that happened one more time, a little bit more down for the sugar, because we don't have sugar in the list. Each one of these products belongs to a category, and I want to return the category of the product. But the problem is, I don't have a lookup table. I cannot create a match like the previous example where the product is in common between the two lists. Would the Copilot function be able to do that? Let's type in cell F3 equal Copilot, and my prompt reads, what is the category of each product in the list? In column C from 3 to 57, comma, from the list of categories, I type it in double quotes, comma, and the list is in M3, M6. Let's see what Copilot will be able to do. And surprisingly, without a lookup table, Copilot exceeds what the XLOOKUP can do, and it extracts and it returns the category for each one of the products. The last tool I'm going to explore with you is the Copilot prompts. And the Copilot functionality used to be available on the Home tab of the ribbon, but it's not available anymore because they moved it to the lower right corner of the screen. It's kind of floating, but should you wish to dock it to the right side, you can right-click, and from the right-click menu, you can dock it to the side. So if I click on docked, now it's docked to the side, and when I hover over it, it expands. If I right-click one more time, I can undock it. But if you like the original position of the Copilot functionality, then you can right-click and you can add it to the ribbon by selecting Move to the ribbon. And now I have the Copilot functionality in the ribbon as it used to be. If you are not happy with the position, you can change it as well by clicking on the down arrow and select Move Out of Ribbon. But I'm happy with the Copilot functionality here. I'm going to click on it to open the Copilot pane and explore the new Copilot functionalities. This is the Copilot pane, and it allows me to do many things now. Previously, I used to type in the chat box and Copilot suggests what it could do. I can accept it or decline it. But now I have different options. When I click on Allow Editing, I can allow editing and Copilot can edit the document directly and make changes to my document, or I can be more conservative and select Plan, which means it will tell me what it intends to do before making that change and implementing it in the worksheet, or I can simply chat, and that's what we had earlier. I'm going to select the Plan mode. Now it reads Plan. Another thing I want to do is to select the AI model. So if I click on the three dots, the settings, now it shows me the different AI models. This is Microsoft 365 Copilot. I can select any one of these models. I can select GPT or I can select Claude in case you have it. In this worksheet, I have a list of messed data imported from another application. The names are totally messed up with problems with capitalization and spacing. Dates also show different types of formats. Some of them appear as stacks, some of them are dates, but different formatting for the dates as well. And for the numbers, I have also inconsistent formatting. I want to fix all that, and I'm going to describe what I want to do, and I'll be writing my prompt, which reads, clean the list in this worksheet in a way that all names are in proper case. All dates are formatted as DD-MM-4Ys. Numbers for sales are properly formatted as currency. And I'm going to send this prompt and see what it suggests for me. So here it says, based on my analysis, I can see the data issue clearly. The name column, the date column, the sales column, and here is what it intends to do. I believe Copilot was able to identify all the problems, so I wanted to proceed. Then I click on Proceed. Keep an eye on the worksheet. Any column fixed by Copilot will show this colorful outer border, so you can recognize it as a glance. These are the same colors of the Copilot logo. All the names have been properly fixed with the proper case. All the sales amount show a currency formatting with 2 decimal places. All the dates are now fixed, and Copilot did a great job. One of the new functionalities in Copilot is that it can be personalized for the way you like. It obeys your instructions. So if you have a preference to a specific function or functionality, you can just tell Copilot, always do this or avoid this. So let me show you an example. I want to apply data bar conditional formatting to the sales column, but I don't want to see the numbers, and I want always to use solid data bar conditional formatting. So I want to personalize the functionality of Copilot. I click on the settings, and at the bottom of the menu, I click on personalization, and here it says add details about how you would like Copilot to tailor its responses and work in Excel. So I'm going to write my instructions. When creating conditional formatting data bars, always use solid bars and show bar only. I save my instructions. I close the personalization pane, and now I can send another prompt to create the conditional formatting for the sales column. So here I'm saying create conditional formatting data bars for the sales. I don't need to specify whether it's solid or gradient. I don't need to specify whether we need to check the box show bar only or not, because I already have instructions personalized for me. I just send the prompt, and because I'm in the plan mode, then I click on Proceed, and look at that. Conditional formatting data bars, and the numbers are hidden exactly as I requested. So Copilot is doing an amazing job here. I showed you multiple examples for the 3 tools, and that is just a scratch on the surface of what's possible when you bring AI into your data flows. If you or your organization want to master these tools at a much deeper level, we have got you covered. Our corporate training courses are fully updated to feature the latest, most up-to-date AI functionality in Excel. We tailor these sessions directly to your business needs, ensuring your team is equipped for the modern workforce. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment, letting me know which Copilot feature is going to save you the most time this week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. The best is yet to come.